Oh, welcome back. We now have Game 2 versus SNM versus GDA. If you are just joining us, welcome. If you have are coming back, hi again.
If you've been with us the whole time,
If you've been
how?
that's true. It's midnight. Well, East Coast it's only bad for East Coast because it's midnight for us.
Yeah, it's coming up on midnight pretty soon for me.
Are
We're
you
gonna get some tired streaming.
are you East Coast?
Yeah, Central Ohio actually.
Okay, so for those looking at Twitch chat, I pulled up poll results just to check progress. It's not like the official. Um, it's not the official update.
All right, I'm back.
So, hi Sal, welcome back. We're
How
live.
did, how
We're
did,
live. We're live again.
okay.
So
Never
yeah,
mind.
keep those MVP poll votes coming. We'll be getting into pick band soon for game 2. Let's pull up some music. When are they going? They both said they're ready. Theoretically, they're ready.
All right, the first band from the Slap Nut Magoos will be the Nocturne
Okay,
band.
we are going. Okay, and this time SNM will have their full bans. The ban penalties only apply to game 1, so they will get the full triple ban against Theatrics. Interestingly enough, because he does have a champ pool outside of 3 junglers, believe it or not. The bans from GDA will stay the same. SNM triple ban the jungle, and they will first pick the Ornn for Frontlash, I guess, and that means GDA pick up the Misfortune again.
Yeah, this time a bigger priority on the Ornn. I hope
Okay.
SNM realizes they can, if they pick something that can get onto that Misfortune, like a Zed or some sort of assassin, that would really, really negate a lot of their damage in the team.
I mean,
EDA's
Ornn can send the Ram into the backline and disrupt the Misfortune, I guess, but if he does that in reaction to an ult, MF will basically get off the entire ult before getting knocked up. So
Exactly.
the Frontlash is gonna have to use that Ram proactively
GDA
against
looks like going with the same strategy. Maokai Misfortune,
Milk. Yeah,
thinking it's pretty
it
solid.
worked. Don't. Oh, the Jinx pick coming in for Family Man in reaction to Misfortune. Gonna change things up from the Ezreal. I do not like Jinx into Misfortune. Just saying
I'm
that.
going to be honest. I like Jinx a lot more than the Ezreal, though. I think Jinx has been performing a little bit better
Oh,
in terms of ADC damage
I like
in team
Jinx.
fights.
I love Jinx as a pick, obviously. Literally, everyone just knows me as a Jinx main. But I don't like Into Misfortune. The Braum pick does make it better for me,
Yeah,
because
the
she gets
Braum definitely hurts Misfortune a lot.
then Jinx gets a lot of protection, not just from the Misfortune, but just everything GDA can throw at her. So maybe the ADC matchup not great, but they will secure that. But on the other hand, they didn't pick up Malzahar, so they will get it banned away. On the other hand, SNM do ban away the Vigar. I guess they really want to secure that Braum to pair with the Jinx, I guess. Although I think they could have still gone with like a TK, worst comes to worst. Although I think GDA still would have banned that Braum.
Yeah, I think that Braum ended up is gonna be pretty large because not only can it block the Misfortune ultimate, he's the one who can ulti in response and hit her in the backline with that knockup.
Yeah. And for what it's worth, your boy's Braum is quite good. I played with it a lot in the first PMA LCS split, and we did this lane a lot, the Jinx Braum, and I mean,
It's pretty solid.
it's a solid lane, and your boy knows how to play with Jinx. Oh God, I'm not sure how to feel about this the more I say it, but either way, the Kassadin, they're gonna leave actually gonna leave the counter pick for the jungle. They're just gonna bring out the Kassadin for Baja Blast Lover. Okay.
The Cassid in here looks like it's the counter that Jinx and kind of dive onto her, so she can't get off a lot of damage.
Wait, is that like?
Ooh. Is that the first Camille in the PMA LCS?
For the split, yes, it's not the first Camille ever because Sebastian played it first split. I know that, but
That's right.
is this Orange Jungle for Sir Everett? I think this is Orange Jungle. This is Orange Jungle. Yeah, when I was scouting out SNM, I saw Orange Jungle in there for Sir Everett.
That's interesting.
That's an Orange Jungle. They put front lash on a carry. They still have the Ornn.
I think that's the right call.
I like that flex quite a bit, and GDA picked the Maokai to counter the Ornn. I think Maokai is slightly favored in that lane. Someone correct me if I'm wrong, but the Camille to just try to split push and just smash the Maokai, I like that flex quite a bit.
SNM is going completely different from their comp from last game. They're going full team.
Evelyn for theatrics, and that's gonna be his pick against the Ornn. He gets Quadraband, still pulls out an Evelyn.
Yeah, this pick ban is much closer in terms of what each team is trying to do. And
theatrics used to be an Evelyn main, or am I thinking of someone else?
Yeah, I think he was before she got reworked.
Yeah, so he knows how to play Evelyn. So.
Yeah, this is definitely much closer.
Looking at both team comps just right now, I would give the edge to SNM. I think they have the Camille. If the Camille and Orianna land there correctly, it's just going to be game over.
Yeah, I have to agree. I think
do not.
GDA's comp is relying on the Kassadin to really burst those carries, and if he's able to execute on that, the Slapnut Magoos are going to have a bad time, pretty much.
Right. I do not agree. The only thing I do not like about Slapnut Magoos, I think if they had, I get the Braum, it blocks all Misfortune's ult, and I get that. But I feel like if they had a Varus or an Ashe, like a utility AD carry, just for more CC, I think that would do better because
on the other hand,
Jinx really has no peel against the Maokai or the Kassadin. Everyone's diving in on Slapnut Magoos' team.
Braum is good peel for the Jinx, but like with the amount of dive GDA have, she needs more than just the Braum. She needs either her jungler or top laner to be pretty good peel, and Ornn can peel with the Ram and his charge on his E, whatever it's actually called, but he'd much rather be using that Ram to like actually initiate a fight. So they're really gonna have to keep the Jinx from falling behind, and they're have to do that while getting front lash going, so he can just be an absolute nuisance and take all the attention away from Family Man. So I like SNM's comp quite a bit. I really see I see what they're going for. I like the flex a lot. Change it up unless GDA expected this. I don't know, but I do like the flex pick, but it's not like their comp is like super simple to execute. It's not like either comp is really.
Definitely not.
No, and I think
GDA get their dream comp. MF Maokai were the problem last game. Yup.
The Malzahar, the fourth ban Malzahar for GDA was so smart because if they had the Malzahar instead of the Orianna, it'd be like even scarier.
I mean, like, why would you? Like, you get the Malzahar ban. Why would you not do it? In all honesty.
Right.
It's like at that. I mean, I can understand leaving it up in first ban rotation, but once you get to second ban rotation, you still leave it up. That's just a bad draft at that point.
Right.
I'm sorry. Yeah. Yeah, the Misfortune Maokai really were doing all the work. And speaking of the Misfortune, your Moose will be the Game 1 MVP. Congrats to him.
Well deserved. He performed very well.
Some big ultimates coming out. That is for sure.
I don't think he will have the same success this game with the Camille and the Ornn, but we shall see. They have a lot of dive on SNM.
Yeah, if the thing of like, if Misfortune plays this lane right, she can really pressure out Jinx and just have a massive CS lead. And if she gets ahead from that, and just gets the Maokai peel, gets the Zillion ult to keep her alive, which that's a that's just a fantastic pick for GDA right now. We'll just keep if Cassidy gets a little too caught out. This Zillion just does quite a bit for them. Just prevents any kind of pick whatsoever.
I think GDA definitely has to watch out for the Camille Oriana combo. With Camille jumping onto a backline target they really want to get at, and Oriana just kind of blasting them with all of her abilities.
The Camille
so hard to perform,
ball delivery system, yeah.
That ball delivery system is so hard to do, though.
That's going to require quite a bit of communication from SNM, which, on the other hand, we've seen they communicate. Actually, were communicating actually quite well last game and the early game. So if they can translate that to team fights, which granted, I don't think we've seen much of it translating to team fights, but it's that one small thing. If they communicate that, they can pull off some nasty wombo combos. But anyway, more predictions. Who do you guys think takes this? Did I actually make a prediction last game? I think I predicted GDA.
I think we all did. I think we all predicted GDA.
I
think it's gonna be GDA again.
I'm pulling for the Slapnut Magoos this game. I think they can really pull it out with this composition. I don't think Baja Blast Lover is gonna be able to execute on that Kassadin as well as he would want to against the Oriana. I don't think he's gonna be able to get ahead, and it might hurt his scaling into the mid game.
I will say GDA, just real quick. They took game one in quite dominant fashion. I think they fell behind early game, but they just pulled it back so hard. But yes, SNM have the tools to pick off the Misfortune, but like we said, she has plenty of peel. Zillion Maokai. Jinx doesn't have that same peel, won't be able to do quite as much. GDA got Maokai Misfortune, which were pretty much the two picks that won them game one. And Adam on Eve, yes, it's a reworked Eve. He was an Eve main on the old Evelyn, but he's still fantastic. He's still a fantastic Evelyn, and I think he'll maybe I don't know how his confidence is going to be about doing the same early game move since he got countered so well last game, but I think he can do quite a bit of work. So I'm predicting GDA. So we're split 2-1 this time. Sorry, Sal, I totally cut you off.
You're good, man. No worries. No, I think Slapnut Magoo's team is just too hard to. It's for them to utilize their team comp. I think it's just too hard to fully utilize, and I do not like their body, especially with a Misfortune. Like, I feel like when you see a Misfortune on their team, I know they banned Leona, but you can play like Alistar. You pick these dive supports and pick like a Varus into it or something, and just kill her. Too many supports in the PMA LCS are like playing these defensive supports, protect your AD carry, but it never works. You need somebody to dive onto the Misfortune. Like the Alistar, Morgana.
Playmaker supports just really work well on LCS.
Even a Karma. Just somebody the lanes are too safe for her.
I think she's just I need to check the exact win rate, but Braum support does not have a good win rate in PMA LCS. It's just flat out not good.
Yeah.
No, and I think Braum's definitely been on the struggle bus this patch.
Struggle bus.
But I think into the Misfortune, it's still not a bad pick because he can mitigate so much of that damage, especially since it looks like he went Guardian as well. We're gonna get these
3 Christmas skins. Nice.
Yeah, very festive. It's too bad no festival Kassadin.
I guess not.
I guess not. Come on, shell out, Baja Blast.
I don't think the void creatures celebrate the Christmas
holidays. Is that still canon? Is he still a void creature?
I really don't know. I'm not gonna lie, but he is, I'd assume.
I think now they're just saying he's an anti-mage and maybe a Darkin. We'll retcon it later.
Looks like Slapmother Magoo is doing defensive positions.
Welcome to Summoner's
We have some pretty standard defensive starts here. It doesn't look like either team really has the composition to invade early. There's no like real pick potential with the Blitzcrank. Maybe with the Braum, but it looks like a safe start.
I'm interested to see how this top lane goes. I want to see if Frontlash just pops off, gets an early kill, and just carries. Because Camille is one of those champions. When she gets an early kill, she is so
Oh,
deadly.
family man forgot items. That's why he backed. Okay. You noticed.
I was wondering
We're
what those
good.
question mark things were.
I didn't even notice.
We're good. Okay. Hold on.
Map awareness, OP.
Braum has a 17% win rate so far in LCS. Not counting the last 2 series because I haven't put in stats yet, so I have no idea if Braum was picked. But before the last 2 series, Braum has won one game out of 9. Not a good win rate.
No.
So I like the idea, but Braum has not been a good pick in PMA LCS. So it's like at some point just win Alistar.
Maybe It's Your Boy's gonna turn it around for the
Your
Braum.
boy is gonna turn it
It's Your
around.
Boy
Let's
is gonna
go.
bring the boys back.
It's your boy with It's Your Braum.
Oh my god. Oh, is the Theatrics going on a level 2 adventure already invading Sir Everett?
He knows that-
Oh, he's smited away the big raptor. Okay.
He knows that Ornn's got a weaker jungle clear than most other junglers, so
Okay.
taking advantage.
That's really risky, though, because he has a cast, and you really can't help him out in any of his roams. And Orianna can easily just blow him up.
Oh, well, that's really cool. Okay, so last game I said, like, oh, jungle CS numbers get inflated by, like, Krugs and Raptors. Apparently not. Menbung messaged me during the game. It was like, every single jungle camp, you clear the camp, you get 4 CS. Does not matter what size the camp is. Oh, family.
Yeah, I think that was a preseason change.
I did not know that, so yeah, that did get reflected. So ignore anything about inflated jungle numbers. Theatrics just has the CS. Oh, they're gonna fight Garfield Juice! The bush trap in their own jungle, and Garfield Juice is gonna hop to Baron Pit.
They try to...
Oh my god, Theatrics.
It looks like
all
all-
Theatrics and Bob Laslover are looping around. They're not gonna be able to catch their efforts in front lash, but oh my god, that was
All of GDA taking a lot of time, but that gives Orianna some time in the mid lane to catch back up a little bit in the CS.
so cheeky. Oh my
The
god. Oh,
three of them
are they still going
They're
out?
still chasing.
Oh my god. They're still invading.
They're
Theatrics
trying to
is
get this
going for
Ornn
the blue.
behind.
They want this blue.
They just are targeting Sir Everett's out. This last game too.
Simply phenomenal. Finally coming back over to try and help his jungler out.
Looks like everything's resetting now.
But now, because Sir Everett is occupied with his blue buff, Theatrics can take the stack off the Scuttle Crab weight. Sir Everett isn't playing Kindred.
Ooh, nice double bomb by Matt.
Hey.
Hold up.
And this is what
just do the dance spam.
And this is what I thought would happen in this bot lane.
Okay.
They have no
Yours
way
is
to
getting
deal with the
bullied out.
misfortune.
Your moose is landing bounces. He's winning lane off them, and Family Man 96 only picked up 3 CS off that big caster wave on their tower. So
A bit of an interesting use of the rockets there.
that's
He
not.
tried-
He hasn't died. What's the team you're speaking of? Oh, it's your boy's going on to clap that ass, who has no mana, but yeah. Boy gets off some damage as Clapback just gets out.
A slight farm lead coming up in the top lane.
This is the best support matchup so far. Not because the players are the best supports in PMA LCS, but it's your boy versus Clap That Ass. Frontlash going back onto Garfield Juice.
Ooh, he's taking too much minion damage.
Oh, it's close. Garfield Juice doesn't have mana though. And Frontlash has plenty, so he will be pretty safe. Oh, it's your boy's gonna get stunned up by the double bomb, and we'll get chunked to basically nothing.
That
So
is
base poke
landing the
down,
Zealand bomb.
Basically, just over 100 health. Sweet.
Maokai has no mana here. Frontlash might be able to go in. I think he would win the trade, but he's regaining his health.
Garfield Juice is out of mana juice.
Tree is getting his water.
The tree requires more water. Water the plants. Family Man eats another bomb, and okay, huh.
Ooh, nice,
Okay, I thought
Little Guardian.
your boy was just like, why is he leaping in and taking free bomb damage? But Guardian, you're right.
So a little bit of
Oh, but Sir Everett's coming in for a gank onto the pre-6 Bob Blast Over. Does not have the Rift Walk, but does not
Rift Walk,
actually
no
hit the
mana.
charge knockup.
As I was saying, a little bit of league trivia.
But,
Oh no!
Hi, hi, Theatrix. Sir Everett is gonna have to flash away. Oh, eat a bunch of damage. Theatrix leaps onto him. Oh, parry all the flash in from Baja Blast Lover. Picks up first blood.
That was a huge flash from Baja Blast Lover coming out to secure that kill.
He knew exactly the amount of damage he had to get out.
And also
it was a perfect flash.
At least we assume he knew that Simply Phenomenal did not have mana and would not be able to actually kill him. So
definitely an educated guess.
Baja Blast educated guess here. What? Oh my god, this is. You know what? It's not as bad as casting at 2 in the morning like last split, but anytime after midnight you put me on the caster desk, weird things are gonna come out of my mouth. Granted, weird things are gonna come out of my mouth no matter what, but after midnight it gets worse.
And a rarity, Slap Nutmeg did not get first blood. Damn.
Oh,
Very true.
This is a shock.
Well, Ash not involved in first blood. Shocking development.
That Kassadin is doing exactly what he needs to try and win this game, though. Getting ahead in lane, pulling out these kills.
Ooh, that damage already.
Ooh.
He's 12 CS up on Simply Phenomenal.
Pressure.
In Orianna, usually you see Orianna's like hitting basically perfect CS. Granted, those are like pro level Oriannas. But still, Orianna has a much easier time CS, especially against a Kassadin who's melee and she should be able to bully around early. She just hasn't gotten that as much this game.
She was constantly being pressured because Adam kept trying to steal all the buffs. And she
Also,
was
Family
forced to
Man
get
is
on
once
it.
again down 20 CS, which this time is Jinx versus Misfortune. You kind of expect that, but still doesn't really bode well for SNM ADC.
Oh man, that damage from Baja Blast Lover is giant.
Jeez. Are we sure Kassadin's a late game champion?
Big black beach balls. He's hitting up on his mid game power spike pretty soon after he hits 6.
We can call him Giant Damage Lover.
Whoa!
And if he picks up the kill, we can call him Solo Kill Lover. What?
I thought
I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying.
You said big black beach balls. I thought at first you said big black balls.
That's what his official name for his Q is. It's big black beach balls.
What the?
I know. I thought you said.
See, there it is. There's the big black beach.
It's the shockwave. Okay.
Jabated.
Jabated. Can we get a jabated in the chat?
As
hanging around for this gank, but we'll get chopped off. Oh, here's Baja Blast over. Oh, he does pick up the ultimate Phenomenal, but gets knocked up under tower by the Ram while taking tower shots. Sir Everett's actually, that was a solo kill. Simply Phenomenal did not get any damage on him, so that is just a perfectly even trade. Normally, you see the assist from the other mid laner. It's just a little bit more gold and slightly more worth. But no assists, so it's exactly even, and now Simply Phenomenal is just even further behind. Although this does allow Sir Everett's a bit back into this game. He is even in CS. No inflated CS here. He is even in CS with Theatrix. So he's back in this game, but in the meantime, rolling in the top lane.
He has the minions.
Yeah, Frontlash not quite able to duel with this Maokai. He only has a Sheen. Just not enough damage.
Ooh, the big
drop
shield to block the
and
Novus gets knocked up under tower.
That was
Flash
so
shield
big.
post forced. That was a great counter dive from SNM.
It's your boy showing us why Braum is his boy.
On the other hand,
on the other hand, 40 CS down.
Family Man's like 35, but geez,
35?
almost 40. Oh my god.
That is...
He had to go Greaves first.
Yikes. That is just a lot of pressure he's going to lose. And he delays his biggest power spike when getting that IE Runon's
Zero AD. Just no AD whatsoever. Normally, like, a lot of Jinxes will get, like, BF into Runons, just because Runon synergizes so well. Like, I mean, I personally do BF Zeal, finish IE. But, like, we'll get back to that because Simply Phenomenal is gonna actually land a shockwave on both. Theatrix? Okay, then, is he gonna take that Baja Blast?
And they double outplay. Not respecting the Orianna.
Blast Lover turned into Bad Pathing Lover. Simply Phenomenal picking up the double kill off of some An interesting dive, okay.
Interesting is
I
that?
think
Yes.
I think Eve missed her heart charm there.
Okay, well,
Oh, big
in the
ult
meantime,
from
Flash.
Flash.
Oh, but
No
Sir Everett
minions.
is here for the gank as well onto Garfield Juice. The Flash and Sir Everett's
Ooh.
picking up his second kill of the game. And they're going to now be pressuring top tower.
They're really well
Unfortunately,
coordinated. They have to find their advantages somewhere to kind of make up for the bot lane discrepancy that's going on. Man.
This Jinx is honestly just going to be useless for a while. Oh, Theatrix is here to fend off Front Lash. Front Lash has taken a couple tower shots. Theatrix has
getting
got
that
chunked to
hammer.
half health. Oh, it's your boy is aggressing
Oh,
on to
tagging him.
clap that ass.
It's your boy believes in this bottom lane.
It's your boy really wants to clap that ass.
He's not letting go. He claps and then he doesn't let go.
Why isn't clap that ass playing Ornn? He's the clap that ass master.
Yeah, Ornn definitely has the claps this game.
Oh my
For sure.
god, I hate all of you.
Yeah, I'm a cutie pie special.
The cutie pie special.
Oh, Front Lash is on
Oh,
It's not
Theatrix.
quite hit the stun, but that's a good Sheen perk.
No alternate, but just ran him out of there. A big ultimate coming for Jinx!
Baja Blast is here, okay. It's gonna be a 3v3 in the top lane, jungle, topside jungle. The Maokai wall coming out, Nature's Grasp does not land onto Sir Everett. It forces the flash though, so SNM gonna be burning the Summoner spell on the invade.
Whew, so much going on. You get tired.
Oh my god.
I don't know how you do this all the time, Rich.
Casting? I don't
Yeah.
either. Like, actually. And now okay. Last game we had the Sir Everett stack counter. This game we have the how much CS is Family Man down counter.
Yeah, now it's looking like 36. And interestingly enough, although SNM is up 4-3, they're down in gold.
Hi Joey, we actually love you. Okay, so Sir Everett's had no idea where his blue buff, not blue buff, his red buff landed. He just, I don't know, just like
Looks
stood
like we're
around
getting
like,
a four-man
what's happening?
dive on the bot lane.
Oh, well,
Ooh, but caught out
is your
by
boy
Ward.
gonna be able to defend this off again? Find out now on the next edition of PMA LCS. Vote now on your phones. Inserts 20 other memes that are not funny. Oh, Frelash now has a Tiamat, so it does actually do damage to Garfield Juice, chunks him down to half health. And top lane is still even in CS.
I think
Just
it's
like
important
last
to point
game.
out this game. Look at the vision on the side of GDA. They have this bottom side pretty much all warded out in the river, and the top side has wards in it as well, even though there's nothing really up. They're really controlling the vision on this map. Only a couple lonely wards.
There's a
I believe-
ward in Dragon Pit and one pink ward for SNM, and that is it.
And that's not much of a surprise. I believe Clap That Ass has the highest vision score percentage of all the sports this season.
Yeah, their vision score on that team
Oh,
is
Baja Blast Over's here. Oh, it's a speedy Maokai. They're going on the front lash. Gonna get Twisted Advanced. Will use the ult onto Garfield. Just knocks him out. Oh, his front lash gonna get away. They're gonna keep going. Flash in from Baja Blast Over.
Whoa,
And
that
that's
Oriana
a-
TP.
That's a 4-2 Cassidon. 420 Blaze it. Ayo, what up? Well, and also Sir Everett is gonna get charmed. He does charge away, and the Flame Chompers will also interrupt Theatrix. So, Sir Everett is fine. Yeah.
But he's still here.
Forces the
Wow.
flash away from Family Man. So Everett is looping around the side. They will land the stun onto Tia Boy, but the Misfortune ult gets blocked again by Tia Boy. Forces the flash out from your moves, and the drop ult not quite the right way. Theatrix will ult out with the Zillion ult on. Tia Boy is gonna barely live. There's so many low health bars.
Kill
wants to keep
Theatrix.
going. Oh, everyone's low. Theatrix is still going. Oh, he's not gonna get anything. Oh my god. Oh, Baja Blast is here.
Uh-oh.
It's oh, is your boy gonna live? Nope. Okay.
No, it's your boy going
The dark
down.
balls
Baja
are too
Blast,
powerful.
The Baja Beach Ball. And
The
with
Baja
that, GDA will get first tower, despite simply phenomenal, doing his best to push down that mid lane. So it's 5-4, and all 5 of GDA's kills are Baja Blast Lover.
Yeah,
Oh,
Baja Blast
Jesus.
really getting ahead. The thing is, the Misfortune doesn't need the kills. Look at
He's
how far
giving-
ahead she is.
he's
What is
giving
that
us-
Maokai damage? That is insane.
He's giving SNM the Baja Blast. Yeah, Front Lash just wants to dip out there. Oh, the flash forward. That's going to miss the Arcane Smash. Okay. So Front Lash is alive. In the meantime, GDA do get dragoned. What's gold lead? They're only ahead 400? Huh. Okay.
That's weird. It feels like a bug because they have so much tempo this game right now.
Yeah.
Just after those really successful bot lane plays, especially from Baja Blast Lover. But I think it's the fact that they lost 2 towers.
Yeah,
They
but
lost
it looks
mid
like
and
it's
they
gonna
lost
even
top.
up right
you're
here.
right. Yeah. Okay. That would make more sense. Yeah. This will pull it back. Severus is looping around. Garfield Juice is on a split push mission again. Will he die for it? He gets the tower. He might die for it again. Okay, he's trapped. Here's an Orin Ram. How
A close up.
how
Of
many
course.
hits does it take to kill a Maokai? Apparently
ridiculous.
enough for
Many.
Front Lash to get it.
It's ridiculous. That champion is ridiculous.
How many licks does it take to get to the center of a Maokai? Also, how many ults does it take for Theatrix to put himself further away from killing Front Lash?
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
Oh, he's going in. He wants it. Oh, he's gonna charm up Sir Everett. He's trying to take this duel. There's no tower here. Oh, there's a Cassidon. Why did it take me? What?
Ooh, ultimate.
The direct. The
Wait,
flash from
what?
Theatrix. Okay.
Theatrix.
Hi. Okay, Theatrix gets it.
There it is.
Sorry for the camera taking away. I have no idea what just happened. But yeah. Okay. Hey, someone on GDA has a kill whose name is not Baja Blast Lover.
Give Caston all the kills.
That seems to be the plan.
Operation.
Let's just keep getting stronger.
Operation Feed Cassidon.
I wish if we could see his masteries, we would know if he's going the one precision tree mastery that gives you infinite mana on kill, which I'm sure you have to be running on Cassidon, right?
Yeah, that and ultimate hat for sure.
That and ultimate hat.
Oh, true. Here's okay.
And
There's
a Jinx ultimate.
a wild super mega death rocket appears. It wasn't very effective. Oh, the double stun Front Lash and your boy getting stunned up. The Rift Herald is going to get chunked down. Theatrix will be the one to take it. Your boy and Front Lash are gonna go in, but it is currently a 3v5. Family Man is bottom lane. I don't know if SNM want to take this fight, but they're gonna keep going.
Oh, they're
what the
taking it.
misfortune.
That was a
they're gonna
huge-
destroy everyone, but SNM actually. They pick up a double kill, simply phenomenal. I guess he got a good shockwave off and all that. I didn't even notice. Okay, well, 3 for 2 in the 4v5. SNM comes out on top. Okay.
Yeah, he got a great shockwave, and Braum was peeling so well.
Apparently, I am
Yeah.
blind and cannot
He-
see
he
anything
don't-
Sori's doing.
He literally delayed that Misfortune ult for a couple seconds
No,
because Misfortune didn't ult until he put a shield down.
It does not matter. That was a 4v5 and Family Man was bot lane because Family Man is so far behind and useless that, like, it's fine.
This actually helps him catch back up quite a bit, getting the tower.
Yeah, he
getting
now his BF, he can, let's see how much gold he has. He has almost 2k gold he can actually buy now and he'll have some damage.
And now they have the tower lead again.
That's actually
with
great as a whole
with
for
even
SNM.
gold.
It's most likely, yep, it's a Runon's Hurricane right away.
Yep, finishes Rune on, and now that towers are going down, they go to team fights, and that's perfect for Jinx.
That's a huge buy for Jinx.
Even me, the one who goes IE first more often than not, approve of the Runons first there, and probably would have done it myself.
Yeah, especially when these teams are really looking for these team fights. You know, we were talking about it before in Champion Select, but that's kind of where we're seeing a lot of these fights go. 4v3s, 4v4s, 5v3s.
I mean, team fights are kind of where both of these teams want to be, actually. So, yeah.
Yep, it's really just going to be about who plays it better in the midst of all the chaos.
Yeah. And, I mean, GDA's is a bit simpler to execute, just Theatrix, Baja Blast Dive, Maokai, Zillion, Peel for the Misfortune.
And it's your boy has been doing an amazing job peeling
Yes.
the team so far. He's doing so well on Braum.
Oh, okay, Garfield just going
Oh,
on the flash. The
Garfield
Ram is
taking-
going to come out. Theatrics waiting to go around the side.
Oh.
He does not. Well, he's still waiting for his chance. Baja Blast Alpha does get caught out. Oh, your boy is going to block the ult again, but will almost get taken down. There we go. Oh, but the Shockwave actually going to get dodged by the ult from Theatrics, and this is a bad fight for SNM. There's 4 kills already. Family Man, the one who is not as far behind now, but still kind of behind. He's the last one alive. Rift Herald gets dropped. That was quite a clean team fight, despite
That looks like such a bug.
Yeah.
Because it's your boy had the shield up on the Misfortune ult, and he took full damage of that ult, and he had the shield up the entire time. It was like a bug or something.
Oh,
Misfortune does have a Duskblade and
is-
Youmu's.
Yeah, she has double
That's
lethality.
true,
I
that's
don't think
true.
that's a bug. That's
Good
just
point,
the
good
Braum
point.
is not quite tanky enough. And that's going to be a tower. Rift Herald. Wild Rift Herald is pushing down mid.
And a
Gets
21-minute
half
Baron.
damage on the tower, and yeah.
One of the earliest Barons so
Second
far.
game in a row where GDA gets the first Baron. Theatrics is low, and okay. I don't know why. There was no suspense there. There was just a random Braum hanging around who couldn't actually threaten. Last tries to get something, we'll only find a pink ward. And let's see some item power spikes. Okay, Youmu's finishes his boots, has a phage. Baja Blast Lover has finished Roa. Well, he finished Roa a while ago. 8 stacks on it, 2 more minutes to fully stack, and has Zonias now. So he can get in, blow up the Orianna. Orianna does have Zonias to counteract, but I mean, Baja Blast Lover can go in, get that damage off, and then just Zonias and just wait for Riftwalk to come up and get back out. And Theatrics has his Proto Belt and the Sheens, so that's scary if you're the Orianna.
Yeah, I think the whole team was really scared of Kassadin during that fight. They kind of all, as soon as he was spotted, they all kind of jumped off to peel him off, which is good, but it kind of disrespects the ultimate from Misfortune coming out to just get them all when they tried to collapse.
This is where that relatively simpler comp for GDA really starts to shine, when SNM have to deal with these 2 massive threats coming from either direction, and they really need solid communication to focus the right ones and have the right people turn on the right targets.
Yeah, it's interesting because I don't think that GDA really wants to fight that front to back sort of style that the other team's going for. I mean, look at them here at this tower.
Oh, but Theatrics around the backside,
Oh
everyone
my
just gets destroyed.
God.
Just, oh my god, triple kill for the Misfortune. Theatrics does get blown up, but okay, no quadra kill. Baja Blast Silver takes the 4th kill away, but that was all of the S&M just died in an instant, and
Yeah.
now GDA gonna take this tower.
As I was saying it, they executed the comp the way they wanted to. They put the Evelyn and the Kassadin on the back line and came in strong from the front with the Maokai and the Misfortune.
Did the
No peel for the
Distractos,
Jinx.
did the Distractos, and then Youmu's blew everyone up.
Exactly.
He said, he told them, "You're a dead moose."
This is why.
Okay, that was pretty bad.
They're all, you guys know Dead Mouse. They're all Dead Moose. Dead Moo 5.
Moose.
Dead Moo
Oh,
5.
Dead Mouse? That's like a dubstep guy, right?
Yeah.
Something? Oh, okay.
I prefer to call him Dead Mal 5.
Or girl. I don't know.
It's
a guy?
He's a guy, yes.
Okay. I didn't want to assume it. I wasn't sure.
Dead Mal 5. Along with Dead Moo 5. That's his brother. Okay, we're done here. Hashtag Fire Rich. I don't even have Twitch chat open, but I know it's there somewhere.
But this is what I was saying in Champ Select. I just didn't understand the Jinx and the Braum pick. Slap Magoo wins early game 9 times out of 10 this season, and then they pick these 2 late game. They have nobody to get on Misfortune, no dive. They have the Camille, but now they're so far behind it doesn't even matter. Their bot lane's so far behind. They have no damage on their team.
Yeah, I think
So-
it might have been important this game for SNM to maybe prioritize that bot lane a little bit more.
Yeah, get a Lucian or something.
You're a dead Maokai. Oh my god, Eric. Please. I'm like now opening Twitch chat. Just oh god. Let's just drop a hashtag fire rich. Can we have? Hold up. Can we have a Twitch chat emote that's just me on fire? So fire
I
rich.
get it, fire rich.
So fire rich. Yeah. Oh. Okay.
Wow,
There's-
a lot of flashes for not a lot of stuff.
Yeah, and clap. Not even flashes, just clap that ass flash. But he flashed back into his hidden team, opened the bait a little bit.
He could have baited harder by not flashing at all and maybe taking a little bit more damage. Would have been interesting.
Maybe Zillion ulting, having them all
Yeah.
wave around, and then surprise.
Surprise, Speedy Maokai.
Wait,
From dead one.
Sir Everett.
No, Orin
okay.
got that.
Or Sir Everett's taking it. Clap that ass. The bomb didn't steal it. Thank God. Wait, who's the resident artist for PMA LCS? Let's get them on that emote immediately. Please.
The Fire Rich. That way, and we can make it hashtag Fire Rich.
I think Greg was a art major. You should ask him.
Was he actually?
No, he wasn't. I'm just kidding.
I was about to say
He's a music
no.
major.
No. I mean, we're a music fraternity. Like, you expect the art majors. Oh, here comes the Ram, and it will knock up Misfortune, but she won't
This
pass
is what
away.
they
The
want.
coming
They're getting in there before the Cassidon can get in.
The Cassidon finally coming in.
Ooh.
Not a good Misfortune. All doesn't even nick. Just nicks Boy, and that's it. This is just turning into a front to back fight. Everett will take a bunch of damage, but the 3-man shockwave doesn't actually get any kills. The Super Mega Death Rocket taking 2 members low.
That looks so
really
good
close
for
fight.
SNM early, but then Cassidon with the perfect teleport, and it just Jinx just ran.
She was just like, oh, bye, guys.
He's just like, see ya. I don't blame her. But that looks so good. Braum was a little too. Braum landed a good Q, and he was diving around the Misfortune, but he needs to be by the Jinx. So as soon as Caston tries to go on him, all he's got to do is auto attack him. They can start their auto attack chain.
I'll say,
They
that is actually really scary. They pretty much, SNM pretty much got off the wombo they wanted. They got Warren across 3 people. They got a 3-man shockwave, but it did basically nothing.
It didn't do
Which-
enough damage to even take out the Misfortune.
They didn't have the area to carry. That's all it was.
Yeah, it seems like Family Man's just kind of sitting a little too far back in these fights and not really getting a lot of damage off. And maybe he's getting zoned, but I don't know. It's not looking great.
He just like Griff said 5 minutes ago. Every time they start a team fight, Adam or even Caston are immediately going on Jake because their tanks do enough damage where Orion and all them, it doesn't mean like they're not going to take any damage. The Maokai's too tanky.
Awesome.
Oh, and here comes.
I'll get on that later.
Going for the
but they did
bush.
find Euromoose. The ramp does not get used onto Euromoose.
Oh,
so
Euromoose.
They got him.
goes down. There's the shutdown. Finally, Garfield Juice will be up next. Family Man will get a kill for himself. I was about to say that
Perfect.
Family Man had 0 kill participation until now. The poor Jinx. But he has 1
And
kill
they're doing
participation,
bad.
and now they're on Baron. Theatrics
But
is...
Eva's coming from behind them.
That's what she said. Who donated real quick? Thank you, Just Q33 for subbing. Will the Baron still come in? Oh, they're just gonna kill Theatrics. He went into
Wow.
early. Okay then. Hi. Hi, Evelyn. You're now dead. All that
Oh, they got
Theatrics,
caught
and you
up.
just get a dead body. They're gonna fine clap that ass. He's gonna go down. And hi. Okay. Well, maybe bye.
Wow,
That was a
huge
great pick
turnaround.
by Orn and Camille on the Misfortune, but early. That was a great pick by them. They had enough damage to finish her off.
Guys, can
It
I
was-
can I
Oh,
say
sorry.
it?
You can say
Clown
it.
Fiesta, boys.
No, there's no shaker here.
No shit.
Oh my god.
Next emote, Clown Fiesta.
This is a Christmas fiesta. Look at all the
Just
Christmas skins.
A party clown.
a party
That's
clown.
a party clown. The clown fiesta.
Yeah, perfect.
Wait, that's a
Damn.
fiesta clown. Just have a clown emote, and then you can only, if you're going to do the clown emote, you cannot do one. You have to do multiple. it's a clown party or a clown fiesta.
I think
I'm
it's
overthinking
getting
this
in,
so much.
It's getting in GDA's head a little bit that they've never had a 2-0. I think they're thinking about we tie every time.
And on the other hand, I mean, your move's pretty much beasted on Family Man and Lane, but it's the Jinx. She scales.
Jinx is scaling back up, yeah.
She's getting a Bloodthirster next. Let's see, how much gold is she from that? She is 400 gold off of a Bloodthirster. Then once she gets a second Zeal item, oh boy. Unless she might not even get the second Zeal item. She might just get a GA just for the safety. I forgot Rich's Rich, it's still okay. It's about to be a 3-item Jinx. Hold on. She's
Honestly,
getting there. She is getting there.
Quicksilver
In the
Sash
meantime,
disappointed.
okay, they're gonna find Cerberus, but here's the tanky one. Not gonna quite get the ram across everyone, and the MF ult gonna get blocked out. The resurrection will go down onto, I don't even know what that is. That was Garfield Juice. It's a double kill for Frontlash though. He's going on to clap that ass. Does avoid the double bomb, and that's a triple kill for Camille.
Frontlash is popping off.
He was just wrecking havoc. Who needs the Jinx? The Jinx goes down. Who cares? You've got the Camille now. And he didn't quite find Baja Blast Lover. Okay. Yeah, Frontlash is 8-3 and 5 now.
We only tie.
Yeah, give me that ace. Or give me that tie.
Give me that tie. It seems like, yeah, it's
Give me that. Oh my god, GDT. Give me that tie.
GDT.
It's official.
name change time. But it's interesting, they got the priority target they wanted, but they didn't have enough damage to follow up on the rest of the team.
Wait, if SNM changes their names to SMG, would it be Slap Mutt Gagoos?
Slap Mutt Gagoos?
Slap Mutt Gagoos!
Gagagoo! Oh.
Gagoo.
What? Wait, nice pink.
I don't get it.
Which pink was okay? So this is apparently some random bad pink. Okay. Hashtag Fire Rich. Olive Pickle Olive, get on top of that Fire Rich emote, please. Spell Spell. Wait,
Spell
no, that's
Niggas.
that's SMN. We need an SMG. Spam a lot of goose. What?
We're just getting late.
It's only 12:30.
It's way past my bedtime.
Only as I was up at 5 in the morning a couple nights ago. Front line bot. It's the two people with. Wait a second, hold on. Itemization. Frontlash has picked up the Ornn upgraded Trinity Force. It is called a Trinity Fusion. Today I learned. He's picked up his Trinity Fusion Titanic Hydra and Wit's End.
What does that do?
Gives him magic resist and attack speed.
Oh, nice.
You know what? It's an unorthodox. Did Fudgy take it after this? It's unorthodox. I kinda like it.
I didn't join the nap squad for this, James. I'm sorry. I should have.
Today I learned that Richard should be fired. Today you learned, hasn't that just been the thing everyone's known?
I think the Wit's End and the MR coming out from Camille is actually really smart since a lot of the damage.
How much MR does she have? She has 114 MR. You know what? That's not amazing, but it's
but the Wit's End and the Merc Treads.
More than she would have without a Wit's End and Merc Treads, so.
Yeah. I think it's good just because of the damage threats that she's going to be worried about are kind of the Cassidon and the Evelyn.
She picks up a GA.
Because she's going to kill that.
Looks like Evelyn's backdoor and trying to get that inhibitor.
Oh, hi Evelyn. Okay. He has a Lich Bane, so he doesn't melt the inhib, but does quite a bit of damage to it. Okay, SNM are actually waffling pretty hard on this. Okay, Baja, oh, here comes Baja Blast Lover. He doesn't find the squishy target. Frontlash is gonna go just a bit too far. He will take down I don't even know who that is that got ulted. Oh, the Shockwave actually some barrows, but it doesn't matter. Frontlash finds MF in all the chaos. He's now gonna be taking down Garfield Juice. Theatrics did trade the inhib, so it's gonna be 2 kills for the inhib. Family Man picking up Garfield Juice.
Frontlash is carrying these fights so hard right now.
We were talking about Baja Blast Lover, Theatrics wrecking havoc in the backlines. Frontlash is now doing that too. What's their
He timed his
GDA,
ult.
And now it's a 5v3 once the Asterix comes back, and tower goes down. They're gonna trade the inhib. Not worth in the end for GDA, I don't think.
Yeah,
They should
no good
really
way
go
they
there.
really
They're
left.
just gonna threaten to end the game right now. Yorumus is up in 15 seconds. They want this. The Asterix around the backside. They're gonna find him. He's gonna ult out. He's super low though. Oh, and front lash. Oh, the Asterix is gonna flash out. Okay. So now we're back to, now it's a 5v4, Yorumus is up, they realize the spawn timers have come in. Theatrix did buy just enough time without going down that they cannot end the game, but Baron is up in 25 seconds, so they're gonna look at that now.
Somebody needs to control that bot lane on SM.
Baja Blast,
Yeah, that could
Baja
be it.
Blast Lover is going in for,
Soul and the Dragon, looks like.
Yeah.
Oh no, just give me a buff.
Front Lash is coming in to defend the spot lane. And let's see, SNM will not make the Baron call. No Dignitas today. Baron has also just spawned. It's just Sir Everett and your boy in this bush right now. That's not much of a bush trap.
Not a lot of damage from just Ornn and Braum, actually.
Agreed to vote for
Turns
Orion.
out.
Surprisingly.
MVP of that fight was the Shockwave. Yeah, agreed.
Yeah, the Shockwave.
Sombrero Shockwave.
Oof. The shockwaves of this game have been at least 3-person each. I mean, besides the one that they missed in lane.
Hey, Shockwaves have, if they have hit someone, they've hit at least 3 people.
Yeah, pretty
If
crazy.
they've hit someone. That's the condition. If they've hit someone. There's been 2 sombreros this game. Okay, we've got a sombrero counter, a Sir Everett stat counter, which doesn't exist anymore, and a how many CS family man is behind, which he is -7 CS behind. He's also up, currently hitting 1 Baron, as all the MF ult does get blocked immediately again onto Yorumus,
another
and
beautiful block.
he will have all the 3-man Shockwave. The Resurrect will come down onto Yorumus, clap the ass has gone down, but they do take down Family Man. There's the ADC gone for SNM, simply phenomenal, taking low as well, and there's the Theatrix around the backside. It's looking like a great fight again for GDA, but here comes Front Lash. He's melting Garfield juice. Yorumus does still have his GA up actually. Sir Everett gets melted as well, and Baja Blast over. We've got an X-Peke. Okay, and that's gonna. Oh, it's your boys here to defend. Baja Blast over. Oh my God. Okay, that wow. That's
What an end to a good game.
okay.
We are not gonna tie again.
Oh my God.
Good game.
Okay.
That was intense.
I don't have words for that game.
We see that in GDA.
That was literally an X-Peke, a backdoor on from Kassadin.
we see as in GDA, 2 is better than 1. Cass and Eve
Oh,
are better than
Baron's
Front.
I think
Diving.
3 lives misfortune is a pretty interesting way to build her. The 1 life from the Zillion, the 1 life from her GA, and her last life just being herself. You have to kill it 3 times in the dive, and Frontlash couldn't do it that last fight.
I will say, SM looked not like particular. They didn't look like that much. They didn't look like they improved that much the first game. Like they still showed they had some strong early games, but that game too, they were making some damn good moves. And yes, they lost, but I doubt that they put up a really good fight. I think they should be happy. At the very least, if they're not, they can't be happy with the win because they lost. But I think they can be happy with the fight they put up.
They lost the early game so hard, but they were able to stall it so well with Braum and Ornn. They got some couple picks, but in the end, it doesn't even matter.
Yeah, I'd almost venture to say they might have been up in gold at one point there, just after.
They had a gold lead at some point, yes.
They were
some of those
even when they were both at 3 towers.
Yeah, pretty insane.
Yeah. Oh no, I forgot.
Two entertaining games.
Oh wait, I can't copy paste this from my phone. Damn. Okay, well I spoiled the. Hold up, I'm making the poll. While I'm making the poll, I also made a game 1 MVP. No, Eric, no, I'm doing it. Making a pool. I'm making a pool, guys. X packet. Okay.
Build that pool.
I spoiled the surprise of how I change around people's names in the poll. So yeah, go ahead and vote. Okay, so who's your guys' MVP? I'm personally giving it to Xpeke.
Yeah, I think Baja Blast Lover really came through. If I could give it to someone on the Slapnut Magoos
Front
for really
Lash.
pulling it out.
Honestly,
Oh man.
I'm honestly like, I have been polling since the last split that every player should be on the MVP poll in case like someone on the losing team like just does really well, like Front Lash did.
I think Frontlash and Phenomenal had really good performances, honestly, after the laning phase, but especially Frontlash. And then, but onto the actual MVP, I think it's got to be Baja Blast Lover just smashing that middle lane.
Baja Boss Lover Evelyn. One of those two.
Okay. You can't. Okay, I'm being told by people in Twitch chat that you cannot be MVP if you were on the losing team.
Well, yeah.
It's the same. We talked about this actually in the captain's chat for a hot second, where if someone gets O2'd, they can still be on the OP5, like the OP5 during the recaps. There's not really a difference because that case, it lines up the same. Where
it's like if you play a basketball game, Rich, and whoever gets the best player is the determine the winner, but somebody on the losing team might be MVP of the entire season. I think that's what OP TSM fans trying to say.
How about those zillion bombs? Oh yeah, wow, great job noticing. Sorry.
You know, they happened. They were in. You pressed Q.
They did indeed happen.
Oh my goodness. We're getting some flame in the chat for expressing
okay.
our hypothetical
Okay,
picks for
sometimes the
MVP.
best person in a game can be on the team that lost. I don't see a problem with this.
Either way, I think let's check that MVP vote. I think a lot of people have probably voted already.
Why should it be taken away from the winning team why should it automatically be taken away from a player that maybe played insanely well? Then why should that chance be taken away from them? He didn't carry hard enough. Sometimes the player's team holds them back. I'll bring this discussion up later. But
looking at these results, it looks like Xpeke is at 9 votes. Pulling pretty far ahead.
Oh my god, yep, 9 votes. Yep, okay, let's pull him down.
Let's pull him down. Let's get into the let's go to the player of the game interview.
There's like 0.1%. Exactly. I'm not saying it should be commonplace. It should not be commonplace at all. It should be very rare, but it's the same thing as like the OP5, where if it happens, if on the very rare occasion it happens, recognize that just to have the option. Well, oh my god. Okay, you know what? Well, I'm going to just call off the discussion. I'm not. Please, no one else say anything in Twitch chat about this. We'll talk about it later. Let's jump up. Hi guys.
Hey.
Hey. We got wow. Okay, so we got 3/5 of GDA in here. Okay, Frontlash said he is coming up apparently. So yeah, Twitch chat. You guys got any? If you guys got any questions, then hit us up with that. In the meantime, congrats on the 2-0, guys. Oh my God. Okay, that was game 2.
Game 2 was intense.
Oh, Lord. Why is Sal not up here? Hold on a second.
Player of a
Sal,
series.
get up here. Hold on.
Oh, my bad. Alright, my bad.
Perfect.
Right, so yeah. Either of you got questions?
Yeah, so just in general,
Keep in mind, Front Lash is here too. So, and if any, GDA got the 2-0. This is just for chat. We have in here Front Lash, Theatrix, the 2 captains, Baja Blast Lover, who got Game 2 MVP, congrats, and Your Moose Game 1 MVP, also congrats. So yeah, anyone have any questions for anyone, just shoot.
So I think starting off, I gotta ask Front Lash, how did that mid game feel for Game 2? You guys were pretty far behind, it seemed like, in the early game, and that it was almost a comeback.
Yeah, I definitely owe it to the guys. Like, they played their hearts out. They did a really great job sticking in it, staying in it, and continuing to try their best, and not feed when they started to fall behind. But like that composition, we set up for that team fight scenario. We said from the beginning, Ornalt into Bramalt into Camille engage into Oriel, and it happened. And it was like it made the game worth it, I think, for all of them, just to see the first team fight where everyone just kind of melted and we walked away without it in a 4v5 where we were behind and our AD carry was bot lane. And so that was just it was a moment, I think, that just kind of opened all of our eyes to say, hey, I mean, this is what we're capable of, so let's keep at it.
Yeah, I will offer really quickly. Yes, okay, you guys got 2-0, but like, it's PMA LCS. We're not like real LCS where we're like playing for a shit ton of money. Like, we're having fun here, and I mean, you guys looked like you were having fun, and I really think you guys should be proud of yourselves for, if not for game 1, for that game 2. That game 2 was fun as shit to cast.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that being said, just kind of piggybacking off of Fudgy, this will go for Front Lash at first, but I can throw this at the GDA guys after. What's the shot calling like in those fights? Like, is it just like one person just yelling like, oh, who to focus, or is it a group effort going on? And I'll throw this at Front Lash first.
So for our team fight, specifically for game 2, like, we have our team fight like pre-planned. Like, we know what we're going to do, so we're going to pre-position ourselves so that we can initiate the way we will hopefully want to initiate, and we can follow up. So we kind of have a game plan, but if something deviates, usually I'll shout, hey, this person's here, or we need to pull back, kite for so-and-so, and so it's kind of on the fly, but there's a base template that we start from, and if everything goes as planned, we don't really need to deviate from it. So.
Okay. The 3 GDA guys in here, is there anything you guys want to offer about, like, maybe your shot calling, how that works for you guys? At least in team fights.
I think it's a team effort. I think probably the most dominant voices are Adam and Reese, and I think Garrett has a lot of split pushing insight to throw in too.
Yeah, we kind of let the game flow dictate who's shot calling. I try to control objectives and where we're going to place vision, and I try to keep track of camps and when they're spawning, because we like to make a lot of plays around people's buff camps. Keep those timers, and like Steven mentioned, Garrett handles a lot of the times where we're in comps where he's going to end up on his own. He kind of tells us like where we should split, what the split should be, and how many of us should be in each place. And then Reese is really good at kind of handling like the middle of the game moments where we're talking about like how we're going to get to item thresholds and stuff like that. So yeah, it really is good team effort, and the whole team, we all said like right after that match that this was probably the best that we ever communicated in a game. We all felt really good about it afterwards, just our cooperation and everything. So it's looking pretty good for us right now.
Yeah, I just yell my mind.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, chat hit us up with those questions. Some hopefully an actual question besides
Oh.
how can you allow a team to play without Christmas MF and bad Santa Vigar?
It was a mistake.
There's
It
a
was
story. Hold on.
mistake.
After game one, Matt, our support, gifted me the Candy Cane, Misfortune, and Baja Blast Lover, Bad Santa Vagar, Christmas Miracle.
Yes,
And we
Christmas
didn't
miracle.
get to pick the Vagar. Sad day, sad day.
How does that first 2-0 for you guys feel? Because isn't it hasn't
Yes.
it been 3 ties and 1 loss?
Yeah.
I think I mentioned this earlier in the stream, but the entire bottom half of the standings has 0 wins combined, except for after tonight with 1. It's all been ties and losses.
Yeah, I mean, it feels good. I think that a lot of the guys will agree with me on this. Like, it feels good to have this win. We're happy with it, but it's really gonna feel better if we string some together. Like, we definitely want to take this and improve upon it. We've been slowly working toward getting rid of the things that were issues with how we were playing before, and I think for the most part, we're aware of what those are, and we're working those all out. But hopefully, it's just the beginning of us being able to string some wins together and go into the playoffs maybe and go on a little bit of a run. So I'm pretty happy about it, but I don't really think that it means as much because every week is different and every team is different. So we're going to be prepared and go into every match with the same mentality, I think.
Awesome. So looks like chat doesn't have any questions, and it is kind of late, and I know people have to work in the morning and such. So I'm going to say we
Real
can
quick,
we
can I-
should
can I
stop right
make-
there. Oh
can I-
yeah,
Can I make a comment real quick?
of course. Go for it.
I just want to say that I'm really proud of my guys for sticking through it. They honestly followed my shot calls the entire game and were just really good about it. That last call to do Baron was absolutely my call. Good job to you guys for capitalizing on that overextension and winning
Thanks,
the game.
Peke.
You guys played a very solid series, and I genuinely wish you guys the best of luck in the rest of the
No,
tournament.
absolutely.
So-
Same to you, dude. You guys played really, really well. And honestly, I think that you picked a better team composition than we did the second game. We just had a couple like split push things that we managed to do toward the end of the game. You guys definitely would have beat us if we kept on doing 5v5s. So you guys played really well. You have all the reason to believe that that team is able to take off games from people for the rest of the split.
So if this
Yeah.
might come off as like maybe a little harsh towards like the previous parts of the season, but that definitely looked like a breath of fresh air for SNM, and there's some life in your guys' team, and I believe in you guys. I think you guys can you guys can do some stuff, and
I'm gonna attribute that to this being our first series as a whole team, and I think that in and of
team does
itself,
quite a bit.
that in and of itself, I think, was enough of a morale boost for my guys just to enjoy themselves tonight. I don't think they really care so much that we lost. They were just proud of how they performed and that we got to be a team. So,
And with that, let's call it the end of the night. Apologies again for some of the technical issues on my end. This my current streaming setup is not amazing, but it's okay. So I've been Jirachi casting with Fudgy Ditters and Allergic to Milk. And there's been a bunch of people in this channel, and from all of us, good night, guys. Thanks for tuning in.
Good night.